Hello, Ramily. Woo woo! We are back on the wagon. Welcome to this week's edition of Talking Touchdowns. The Rams had a huge victory over the Saints on Sunday, but now it's time for a divisional matchup against the Cardinals, and I've got a few notes about the game. The Rams had an awesome showing this past Sunday at the Coliseum where they snapped the Saints' 8-game win streak and walked away with a 26-20 victory. Even without their star receiver Robert Woods, the Rams offense managed to do a lot of good things. Jared Goff had a hell of a day and went 28 of 43 for 354 yards and 2 touchdowns. Last week, I talked about Cooper Kupp's struggles. Well, struggle no more for Cooper. He had 116 yards on 8 receptions, and then Sammy Watkins picked up some things for the offense with 84 yards on 4 receptions and 1 touchdown. Rookie Josh Reynolds got some playing time this week, and he showed what he could do with 65 yards on 5 receptions and 1 touchdown. Overall, the Rams offense looked polished, patient, and ready to take on the Saints defense. On the other side of the ball, the Rams defense looked pretty darn good despite being without their 2 starting cornerbacks. We knew the Rams are going to have to stop the Saints' run game and slow down this Drew Brees-led offense. The Rams were able to hold Mark Ingram to just 31 yards on 11 carries, but they did allow Alvin Kamara 87 yards on 5 carries and 1 touchdown. Other than that, I thought the Rams defense played pretty well. It's extremely hard to go up against a veteran quarterback like Drew Brees, who does extremely well in the 4th quarter, but they were able to make the stop. It was a solid win for the Rams, and I would just like to say that the Rams are having a winning season for the first time since 2003. Yes, it's been a long wait, people, but now it's time to take all of our attention to the Bird Gang as the Rams hit the road to Arizona. The Cardinals are coming off a stunning victory over the AFC South leading Jaguars and have gotten a boost from their new starting quarterback Blaine Gabbert, who has filled in nicely for the injured Carson Palmer. Blaine Gabbert is completing 61% of his passes with 5 touchdowns and 3 interceptions so far. Since the Cardinals' 2 starting quarterbacks went down, this Bruce Arians-led team has become a more balanced offense than we've seen in years past. The offensive weapons in Larry Fitzgerald, Adrian Peterson, J.J. Nelson, and Ricky Seals-Jones have been steady, but they've made a more increased effort to run the ball and take pressure off their quarterbacks because their one real weakness has been their quarterback play. The Rams have faced far superior offensive teams so far this year, and they fared extremely well. So it will be really important for the Rams to stop Adrian Peterson from establishing an early rushing attack so they can put Blaine Gabbert in clear passing situations where they can rush the passer and potentially force an inexperienced quarterback into making poor decisions and turn the ball over. As for the Cardinals' defense, they have not been as good as they've been in years past, but that is also somewhat in part to their offensive struggles to sustain drives and keep the defense off the field. They still have all pro-caliber talents on defense in corners Patrick Peterson and Tyrann Mathieu, but lack the depth in their front 7 to be an elite defense like they've been in recent years, which brings us back to the Rams. As always, the Rams go as Todd Gurley goes, and the Cardinals' defense has been susceptible to getting gashed in the run game, so if the Rams can sustain a balanced run-pass attack, they should be able to put up plenty of points against this defense. Now for my game prediction. Yes, of course, I'm giving the guys in the blue and gold the win. I'm sorry, Cardinals fangirl Sandy. I just have a really good feeling that the Rams will be walking away with a win and 9-3 on the season. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at RamsFGSN.